Hi all, happy Sunday from New Zealand. This is video number 16. And while I was cruising this afternoon, I was thinking about an experience I had back in New Plymouth quite a few years ago now. But what is Ascension? What does it really look like? So to me, it's look within. So I'm just going to break it down and the experience that I had, the way I relate Ascension, and hopefully you relate to it and grab something from it. So, hold on, I'm just going to turn the heater off. People think Ascension is floating away or feeling nothing but peace. Ascension is driving the machine to a complete stop, pulling the handbrake on and choosing to face every single piece of heavy friction at once that you carry within. My story years ago, after a brutal breakup, I stopped my forklift dead in its tracks because I was tired of just carrying it and looping the thoughts around in my head. So I stopped the forklift that I was driving, put the handbrake on, and I sat in the silence and I said to myself, let's deal with it all at once. So I processed the data and it come flooding in. My nervous system answered and I got every emotion and feeling all at once. And I just sat there, it come through me, plenty of friction, and intense. But I knew what was happening. It was just coming. I requested for it to happen fast. I wanted to deal with it all at once. So just coming fast and heavy and intense. So I processed it. Then I reset and returned to my centre and I moved forward. That was years ago. And I connected today to that memory into my journey now. At the time, had no idea what I was doing, that I'd be on this path now, but just had that ability, I guess, to move through things quite fast or bounce back quite fast. But yeah, this is where we are today. So the lesson, true expansion isn't escaping the work, your inner work, what you're carrying, or waiting for a calendar date to save you, waiting for something to happen, or you've got a holiday planned, or whatever it is. It's not about that date being the thing that fixes your trajectory or your journey or your ascension. So the lesson I thought was true expansion isn't escaping it. It is how you return to your centre. It is how the philosophy of your recovery, how fast can you return and recover from the work that you need to do. So it's taking the direct hit from your environment, identifying the trigger, dissolving it as fast as possible, and stepping back into the driver's seat with absolute joy. So front into whatever's going on in your life, deal with it. Why does it trigger you? Why does it matter so much? You think about it and you go, I just want to project this. I'm so right. When you're dealing, it comes on and it's flooding you and you're going, this emotion is right. I'm right about everything. Or whatever it is. But you write it out, then you look within and you go, what triggered that? Why do I really care so deeply? Or what is it? So once you do that and then you start breaking it down and then you start moving forward because it starts dissolving, you recognise it, you recognise the triggers sooner so you can see it, you end up seeing it coming before it hits you. So you got time to go, there it is, that's what's causing that. And slowly but surely you break it, you dissolve it, it's not triggering you anymore. So you feel a little bit freer. So the ascension journey isn't about floating away and going to 5D. Your physical body, we are here in the 3D. The work you do by clearing your inner, all the baggage that you carry, the attachments, the ego, we've talked about that in the past. You clear all that, you become stiller. So what you end up doing is you draw down a higher frequency into your body, but you've got to get clear so you can start allowing this extra energy come into you instead of leaking energy out and projecting all your issues or whatever it is that you relate to. That takes away from you being clear and at peace, in the sense that you're fronting into your work and dissolving these things. And it's interesting that you might dissolve this first piece and then something else will pop up and you'll go, I haven't thought about that for a while. Maybe because you've been avoiding doing something that triggered that, but you've forgotten because you got comfortable and you just move on with life, but it hasn't truly resolved itself. So it's a continual journey, and each little piece will pop up and you get better at dissolving it, understanding it, the more you do it. Some are more intense. At times I've taken my socks and shoes off and walked out in the grass and just breathed and just let it out. 3 seconds out or 4 seconds out, 4 seconds in, and just really ground with the grass or the ground. But then there's times that, I can see what the lesson is here, and you move through it quite quickly. But it's continuing, it's layered, and the more you do, the more clearer you become. And this is where you draw in more energy into your body. So engineers, they might be doing something and they talk about resonance and conductance and stuff like that. Conductance is the amount of energy that can flow into something. So think about your body as a conductor or a pipe, and you want the clean energy coming into it, not this distorted stuff that we're carrying over our lives because of different things that's happened in our past. That, and we're here now. There's a lot of stuff that we don't need to carry anymore. The future is bright. So the last bit I want to say, the call to action. If you're an operator tired of sleepwalking through autopilot routines and running from your own internal pressure, the gateway is open. 2 times 45-minute deep diagnostic sessions, $20 up front, and pay what you think the value was to you after the second. It's limited to the first 10 people. So jump in, comment beta, BETA, in the chat, and I'll reach out to you. If there's any subjects that people want me to discuss or, certain lines of thoughts, reach out to and comment. Happy to talk about anything really. So cheers. Enjoy your day.